Wouldn't you know, it is that time of the month. It is time to recap the month that was, November 2020. What are we drinking
today? We're drinking Honey Stout by Untitled Art. This is a gift from Captain Algebra.
All right, you know the drill. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell icon so you never miss one of our bi-weekly uploads. And sit back, relax, pour yourself a beer if you care to, and let's recap the month that was November 2020.
Gaming off the grid, boom shakalaka!
We are ready to get November behind us. We're both COVID positive, but we're still going to be filming this thing. We might have a few coughs, sniffles along the way, and not be able to really taste the beer. But anyway, it's time for a monthly recap, so who cares about all that jazz? We're going to jump right in and talk about Channel of the Month. You guys kind of know how we do this thing. The channel that really caught our eye in November 2020 was Retro Ghetto.
Retro Ghetto is a new channel. He's been making videos for like 6 months now.
Yeah.
He's around that 300, 400 sub range, so he's still a small content creator, but man, he has the 3 Ps. Passion, personality,
and production,
man. His stuff's so good.
Yep.
And he's got a pretty nice accent.
Yeah. So in the description below, we will leave a link to his game room tour video, his newest one. I think he did a really good job. The editing was done very well. He's still in that new channel phase. He's doing some pickup videos. He's got a game room tour out, but I just see a lot of potential in Retro Ghetto's channel, and he's very passionate about what he does, and every video just keeps getting better and better. So we're excited to watch Retro Ghetto grow. If you haven't checked out his channel, please go over there and do so, because you will enjoy the content for sure.
He puts out really good stuff. Now let's move on to Video of the Month. And speaking of putting out amazing content, this guy, every video. That's Sean from the Nerd Lair. So he just recently passed 2,000 subs, and he did a Q&A video, and that's Video of the Month. It was just cool to learn more about Sean from the Nerd Lair.
I think Sean is the most underrated person in the gaming community on YouTube, in my opinion. I think yours as well. The fact that Sean's only at 2,000 subs, I think is criminally underrated. He makes consistent, great quality content, and he's a quality person. He knows his stuff, and it's not all just gaming related. So he also talks about some toys. Basically whatever the heck he wants to talk about, he talks about over on the Nerd Lair. We've talked about him on the channel before, but if you were watching and you like what we do and you haven't checked out Sean from the Nerd Lair, what are you doing?
Go check him out. Man,
awesome
he puts
creator.
out so much good stuff. Now let's move on to Video Game of the Month. So if you've been following us throughout the month of November, we've been streaming this game ad nauseum, and that is the NES Remix Pack. This game's addicting, man.
Yeah.
I can't stop playing it, thinking about it. It's hard.
It's so fun.
Dude, playing the Metroid levels, trying to speedrun that, oh my god.
It is so fun. If you guys aren't familiar with the NES Remix Pack, we're playing it on the Wii U because it has the NES Remix Pack 1 and 2. We are obsessed with Pack 2.
Yep.
That's what we're working our way through. And we try getting 100% basically on every level, which is the rainbow score, which is really tough. The game basically rewards you for speedrunning different segments of various NES games. It's so much fun. It's so addicting, and I honestly just kind of want to play it right now.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun. And just an honorable mention that I want to throw in there, Guitar Hero. We spent a lot of time in November playing Guitar Hero, working on our Guitar Hero video, which if you haven't checked out, go check it out.
Yeah.
So let's move on to Comment of the Month.
Little hopeless plug there. Comment of the Month. Gonna kind of lump this together here because the amount of comments we got is the most I think we've ever gotten on a video by a landslide.
Yes.
During our worst console launch in history video, comparing the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. We put that video out. That was our true opinion. After our hands-on experience with the Xbox Series X and the PS5, we expected people were going to be coming at us with swords drawn.
Oh, I thought we were going to get freaking scrutinized.
Firing arrows over the bow.
I was shocked, dude. 90% of the people agreed with us. I mean, there were some people that didn't agree with us, and that's fine too, because it was a civil conversation. It was just really cool.
Yeah.
And so many comments.
And yeah, just the volume. It took me a better portion of the week that followed to get caught up on all of those, but we did it.
Still isn't.
Yeah, well, we are on that video. The next one we're not. But nonetheless, thank you so much for anybody and everybody who engages in the content. It is just very rewarding to put something out that you know people are passionate enough to leave a comment about, because you watch tons of videos on YouTube and you probably don't comment on all of them, and when you do that on something we created, it warms our fuzzy little nipples.
Well, November is the month of giving thanks, so I just want to say thank you to everyone that leaves comments, thank you to everyone that watches. I'm really thankful for all of you guys.
That is so sweet of you to say.
And now I'm just hungry for turkey. So that's how thanks works.
Yeah. So the beer of the month. That's the next category. It was a fruity beer, and you know what? We get made fun of for drinking fruity beers, and there's just that certain category of person that's a boner dog that likes to do that. But nonetheless, it was a fruity beer from Joe Wallace. It was the strawberry, pineapple, banana, smoothie, sour. Whew, that was a mouthful, but it was an amazing beer, and you're coughing your head off. But what do you remember from back when you could still taste things in this life?
I've taken for granted my taste buds, but dude, that beer was so good. It tasted like someone just plucked fresh fruit, blended it up, put it in my glass. It was incredible, man.
Yeah, it was
so good.
Such
and
a
so
good beer.
Thick and
the best way, I think maybe we said this in the video, but the best way I could explain this series of sours by Oakshire is like naked juice.
Yeah.
It really just tastes like one of those smoothies. And they're so good, and that beer was just a beer that I've never had anything like it and been like, holy cat crap. This is different, and I don't even know why it's considered a sour, to be honest, because it wasn't sour.
It wasn't very tart, but we did do another one from that series that was really good, and then we have a couple more in the fridge too from that series that I'm super excited to try.
I think there's like a stone fruit one that we still have.
That's probably going to be pretty sour.
Yeah.
But once our taste buds come back.
So the next category is probably one of my favorite categories because I try keeping things, I try not going off too much in the comment section. If you do put a quarter in, though, don't be surprised if I come out swinging because I hate stupid people. But Boner Dog of the Month. Woo! There have been some comments lately. I don't think they make you mad, but they really just grind my gears.
I think they're funny.
About you having black nail polish.
Like, who cares?
I think I even told a person, like, it's like, why do you paint your fingernails like a girl? Well, okay, so... And I don't mean anything offensive by it. Well, okay.
Then why do you say it like a girl?
Why'd you say it like a dumbass? But who gives a shit, first off? Second off, there's a repeat offender that keeps watching our content, but apparently thinks we're jerk-offs and all this stuff, and has a very shitty channel himself, by the way. I'll just throw that out there. But that basically... took it, into the realm of calling you limp-wristed, all those type of things, and man, those type of people, I don't have a lot of words to say to you other than you've got a really fucked up life, and I wish you could figure it out, and I wish you'd just have better things to do with your time. If you don't like the content, man, it's simple. Don't click on the fucking videos.
Yeah, don't watch.
It's pretty simple. If it offends you to watch a gentleman with black nail polish,
don't watch.
There's a bazillion other videos out there. Go watch them. We're not begging you to stay. So, Boner Dogs, you make me smile. All right.
Dude, Boner Dogs are funny.
This next category, what's on in the game room? It's November, it's not October, but we kind of had a backlog of horror stuff. Yes. We stacked up horror movies in front of our TV, and then we still got Hellraiser Inferno to watch, but what we've really been watching are the Rob Zombie horror movies.
Oh my God.
We've never really watched those together. We've kind of watched them here and there, but it's been nice to binge them.
I hadn't actually watched them before this month, and I was like, holy crap. I knew they were going to be good, but I didn't know they were going to be that good. Like, Land of 1,000 Corpses or whatever it's called.
Was it House of 1,000 Corpses?
House at the End of the Street.
House of 1,000 Corpses, yeah.
That movie is creepy, dude, but it's good.
I had a feeling you would really like these because you're really into like that grindhouse type of stuff.
They're very grindhouse and gritty.
I'm very into like B-grade horror stuff, C-grade horror stuff, just stuff that's pretty campy. And I feel like these movies kind of placate themselves to folks who like grindhouse type stuff and B-grade horror films. I don't know, they're great movies in their own right for the horror genre. I mean, you're not going to sit down and be like, man, that's up there with Citizen Kane.
Oh, that's better than Citizen Kane.
But probably not going to happen.
Actually, I think I agree. I think it is better than Citizen Kane.
I mean, I would rather watch them than Citizen Kane. But I do appreciate anything with the name Kane.
It's Rosebud.
Yeah, there you go,
That's
bud.
his dog's name.
This is his taste bud.
Ooh.
COVID. Anyway, so that's what's been on in the game room. I don't even know what we're saying.
Speaking of COVID, what do you think of this beer?
I can actually taste it a little bit. I'm starting to get back on the flavor train. It's good. I can tell that it's a very honey-forward beer. I can tell it's very sweet. Yeah. I'm not able to pick out every category that I would like to normally, and I've, through whether I'm tasting cigars, whiskey, or beer, I've always been able to really distinguish flavors. I know it's sweet. I know it's a stout. It's pretty good. I like Untitled Art beers, but I can't give you a lot more than that.
Yeah, I mean, all I can tell from not having taste buds is it's cold, it's wet, and it does have a stout taste. That's all I get from it, but I know it's good. I just know because it's Untitled Art.
You know what I say about COVID is we might not have our taste buds, but when I look through that camera, I know we got all you buds.
Jeez.
See what I did there?
Oh, wow.
So let's just move on to the monthly highlights.
That's embarrassing. Monthly highlights. So speaking of things that aren't embarrassing, we had a nice little shout out from John Riggs.
Yeah.
He did not have to do that. We had this huge growth because of
Yeah,
it.
it was weird. I thought
so cool.
YouTube was glitching. I think I even texted him. Was like, dude, we just went up like 80 subs in like an hour.
Yeah, we're like,
what's going on? So we've met John before. I actually just kind of hung out with him at PRGE. We had some beers. Kind of talked to his kid. The rest of the Metal Jesus crew. What I really liked about that, and I'll always remember about that, is none of us were talking YouTube really. It was just us hanging out as friends, and it was a really good memory that I'll never forget. And I remember coming out of that thinking like, man, Riggs he's a really down to earth dude. Like,
yeah,
he's just
chill.
He's just a guy. And the fact that his channel is as big as it is, and he will take the time to make a video that arguably probably won't get into the algorithm and be super clickable, to call out, or shout out if you will, smaller YouTube channels. What does John Riggs get for that?
Yeah, nothing.
And it's also worth noting, he never messaged us. He never said, hey guys, I'm doing this in a video, you may want to share the video. None of that. He just did it out of the goodness of his heart. I think it speaks a lot to what type of guy John Riggs is. And on behalf of the entire retro game community, I think it's fair to say thank you, John Riggs.
Thank you so much.
From all of us who you shouted out in that video. It's so cool that you have the platform you do, and you take the time to pay it forward. This type of thing we'll never forget. Thank you so much. COVID, we've got COVID.
Yep, we got COVID.
That's a highlight because we're building up those antibodies.
The principle is sound. To avoid illness, expose yourself to germs, enabling your immune system to develop antibodies. I don't know why everyone doesn't do this. Maybe they have something against living forever.
We're going to be stronger for it. And you know what? I ain't afraid of no COVID.
I ain't afraid of no vid. That's what I always say. It does suck, and it doesn't go away. I've had it for over a week now, and I'm just like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
Let me just move on.
Well,
please.
right before we were filming, you were coughing. You were like, okay, I get it, Robert. I have COVID.
Okay, I get it. Just go away. I understand what's going on now. Go away. So that's a monthly highlight for us. And then also, guys, we hit 6,000 subs. I'm like coughing just saying that.
Yeah, because you're so excited.
Yeah, I'm so excited.
That's what happens when you get COVID. When you get excited, you cough. See?
Yep.
He's excited.
Thank you guys so much. 6,000 subs. It's just...
Yeah, so
I feel like we're growing so quick.
Yeah, our yearly goal, guys, for the end of the year, we were hoping to be at 5,000. So we've surpassed where we thought we would be. Actually, where we were pushing ourselves to be. I remember at the beginning of the year being like, dude, I don't know. I don't know if we can get there. And we were kind of like, let's stretch ourselves. Let's really put in the grind and let's see how it goes. So thank you so much to all of you who've stuck with us and watched just our ridiculous stupidity. We really appreciate it, and can't say thank you enough. I know Robert already said thank you earlier in the video. We also, the back end of October, but it just cleared the bank. So it's worth noting, and another thank you to all of you, we gave our $3,000 donation to the Children's Cancer Connection.
Which feels so good to be able to help them.
Yeah.
Especially in this crappy year, 2020. So it just...
Yeah. And just...
Thank you guys so much for helping us raise money for a good cause.
I just think of like our silly little subject matter, right? Video games and beer, and all of us nerds that do this and interact and all that stuff. We came together, and as a community, a retro game community, we're able to drum up $3,000 to give to a charity. I mean, that's freaking cool.
That's so cool. It's so surreal.
Just all out of the love for video games and talking about nostalgia and stuff. So very cool. One of the highlights of the year, not only the month, but I would say the year of 2020, which has been kind of a piece of shit year, if I do say so myself. So before we go, we're going to talk about our favorite videos that came out on the channel in November. What was your favorite video or videos?
I'm going to pick two of them, and they're both PS2 related. I love the PS2, as you guys know. First, Stash or Trash. That video was like a passion project. We spent so much time playing all 29 launch titles for the PS2.
Yeah, that was a war of attrition.
It was. I was actually shocked about how many games were good.
Yeah.
Compared, because when we were playing them, man, it was terrible.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of times where you were like, dude, why are we doing this?
Yeah, I was like,
this sucks.
This sucks. It was like a 4-week project. And then another honorable mention is our Guitar Hero episode.
Yeah.
That took us a while too, you know, because we had to do all the history on the Guitar Heroes. We had to get all 10 games. We had to play them.
That was another one. Yeah, I remember playing just a lot of Guitar Hero. We wanted to play like every single song we talked about in the episode. So it was kind of playing games with a purpose. So yes, guys, we do play video games, but sometimes you're playing them a little different when you're making content than you are if you're just playing them for fun, because you got to get certain shots and things like that. For me, I'm going to go with our third game hunting video.
Oh, yes.
I'm not sure if you guys are liking those or not. The analytics are saying kind of middle of the road. You guys kind of do. Some of you maybe don't. They're not popping it like some of our other videos do. But I know the amount of work that goes into those behind the scenes.
Oh, it takes so much time.
It's weird every time I watch those, this emotional feeling comes over because of all the time we spent together.
Oh,
and,
yes, hunting.
You know, watching these garage sale videos and stuff, it's like, man, I remember that morning. I remember the night before that morning and being like, dude, we got to be here by 7:30. Let's go.
Yes.
You know, and usually you come about 7:45. But hey, whatever. But anyway, we get going. We have fun. A lot of laughs. That type of stuff, it's almost like a time capsule. All these videos are really, but those ones when you're out there just grinding and, you know, and you're with a guy and you hit 15, 20 sales and don't find anything, but then you do. That feeling of like, oh, finally, the Rock has come back to Pennsylvania.
Whoa.
Is
that Mankind?
I don't know, man. I don't know where that came from. But anyway, I love the third hunting video. I like all of our hunting videos. And I could just, you know, keep pulling my talk box and going, yak, 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 yak,
and
all day long.
We're in the process of making our fourth one, guys. So that's probably going to come out in December, I'm thinking.
Okay. You heard it here first.
Saying it now.
And I hope you guys can find it in your hearts to keep riding dirty with us through the month of December. Yeah. We got to get past this COVID thing, guys.
Let's end 2020 on a high note.
Yeah. We always appreciate you guys tuning in and subscribing to the channel. We'll see you next time right here on what will hopefully be a COVID-free gaming off the grid. What are we drinking?
Today we're drinking Honey Stout by Untitled Art. It contains lactose.
You know what what? You know what I say about Robert? He's about as accurate as the National Enquirer, so we'll see if it comes out.
I thought you were going to say the national anthem.
That's exactly what I was meant to say, but it came out wrong, and I apologize.
Thought you not accept it.
Well, I hope you can find it in your heart to forgive me. And I hope you guys can find it in your heart to fart. We're both COVID positive, but we're going to keep trekking right along because this episode, through the month of December, it's going to be time for them yarmulkes and Hanukkahs.
Bust out those dreidels.
You know where milk comes from, kids? Right frickin' here.
Yeah.
Right from these nipples.
Right from these glands.
Yeah.